Have you ever thought about what is stopping you from reaching your fullest dreams? The habit of putting things off until later is called procrastination, and everyone wants to get rid of it. However, it can get in the way of your most important goals. Today, we're going to talk about how to get past this obstacle, not by finding short-term fixes, but by making a big change in how we live and work. The way we deal with our problems and chores shows up in the things we put off. It happens when we are torn between what we want in the long term and the fears or discomforts we need to get over in the short term in order to get there. Getting rid of it requires a big shift in how we think about things. Instead of seeing chores as problems, we should see them as steps toward our goals. We start this journey by changing the way we talk to ourselves. The way we talk to ourselves can either make us more likely to put things off, or, on the other hand, push us to get things done. Using words like "do it now" can change the way we think and get us to act. The idea of eating the frog, getting our scariest jobs done first thing in the morning, makes it possible to make steady progress in the hours that follow. This method not only makes us more productive, but it also makes us happier, which has a good effect on everything we do. Focusing on life management rather than time management allows us to recognize that although time is uncontrollable, how we use it is entirely in our hands. Consciously prioritizing your actions based on their impact on your ultimate goals puts you directly on the fast track to success. A singular focus on tasks that make a significant difference and the conscious planning of our days are also fundamental. Setting clear priorities and sticking to them lays the groundwork for real and tangible progress toward our goals. As you immerse yourself in this process of transformation, remember that overcoming procrastination is a journey toward your personal self-discovery. Thank you for joining us on this path. Together, we will unlock the limitless potential that lies within each of us, moving forward with determination toward our most cherished dreams. Continuing our journey on how to overcome procrastination and step-by-step move closer to achieving our dreams, we reach a fundamental pillar in this process of transformation: changing your mindset. This section is vital because your mindset acts as the foundation upon which you build the structure of your successes and failures. Your mind is a battlefield where wars are waged against doubts, fears, and above all, against procrastination. The way you talk to yourself, how you see yourself and your abilities, is the lens through which you interpret every challenge and opportunity. Therefore, if you want to conquer the tendency to procrastinate, the first step is to cultivate a mindset that favors action, determination, and resilience. To change, we first need to understand that our ideas and thoughts are not just passively taking in what happens around us, they are actually making it happen. If you are sure that putting things off is a normal part of your personality, then that is what you will continue to experience. What if you choose to think the opposite, though? What if you decide to think that you are someone who acts, faces problems head-on, and keeps the promises they make to themselves? This emotional change doesn't happen overnight. You have to practice, be patient, and most of all, keep going. It starts with consciously stopping negative or defeatist thoughts and replacing them with statements that are positive and inspiring. Say something like, "I am learning to take timely and effective action," instead of, "I always put everything off until the last minute." This small change in how you tell your story can have a big effect on your motivation to do things you normally put off. Repetition of positive mantras is a good way to make this new way of thinking stick. For example, saying "do it now" over and over again with passion is not just a call to action, it's also a reminder that you can break out of the rut of inaction. This mantra becomes an anchor, centering your mind in the present and on your power to influence it directly. Visualization is another powerful tool in your arsenal for changing your mindset. Spend a few moments each day visualizing yourself successfully completing your most challenging tasks. Imagine the satisfaction and relief you'll feel when you do. This practice not only mentally prepares you for action, but also reduces anxiety and the fear of failure, two common catalysts of procrastination. It's also crucial to surround yourself with stories and influences that reinforce this action-oriented mindset. Listen to podcasts, read books, and surround yourself with people who inspire you to move forward. By flooding your environment with examples of perseverance, you strengthen your own conviction that action is not only possible, but inevitable. However, changing your mindset isn't just about inspiring yourself to take action. It's also about understanding and accepting that perfection is a myth. Many times we procrastinate because we fear not doing things perfectly. This is where we must learn to value progress over perfection. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory against procrastination and a step toward your goals. Changing the way you think is the most important thing you can do to stop putting things off. It means changing how you see yourself so that you are no longer seen as someone who waits, but as someone who acts. By consciously affirming yourself, visualizing positive things, and surrounding yourself with positive people, you can change your attitude from one that makes you want to put things off to one that makes you want to get them done. Changing the way you think is only the start, but it is a strong and important one. Adopting these habits will not only help you stop putting things off, but they will also change who you are and what you can become. Remember that you will find the way to your dream goals by taking action. As we continue to look into how to stop putting things off, we come across the frog approach, which is a very powerful method. This method, which is based on the idea of facing your biggest fears straight on and without holding back, promises to not only make you more productive, but also change how you feel about work and the things you normally avoid. The frog strategy is based on a simple yet profound principle. If your first task of the day is the most difficult and least appealing, everything else will seem easier in comparison. The frog symbolizes that task you dread the most, the one that likely generates the greatest tendency to procrastinate. By eating that frog, meaning by completing this task first, you release a huge psychological burden and equip yourself with a surge of energy and satisfaction that permeates the rest of your daily activities. This strategy is effective for several reasons. First, tackling the most challenging task at the start of the day takes advantage of your energy and willpower at their peak. Many studies suggest that our willpower diminishes with each decision we make throughout the day, so it makes sense to address the most demanding tasks when our ability to resist the temptation to procrastinate is at its highest. Additionally, completing the least pleasant task on your list gives you an immediate sense of accomplishment, which can boost your confidence and motivation to tackle the next challenges with a more positive attitude. This cycle of success that feeds itself is very important for making being productive a habit and for changing how we think about hard jobs from something we fear to something we can handle. To use the frog method, you must first figure out what your frog is every day. To do this, you need to honestly think about your chores and figure out which one makes you the most resistant. Once you've found it, make a promise to do it first. Resist the urge to rush through smaller, maybe less important chores. Discipline and a readiness to start the job right away are very important in this case. Nevertheless, it's important to keep a fair view. The frog might be especially big and scary some days. When this happens, it can be helpful to divide the job into smaller pieces that are easier to handle. This divide and conquer method can make the job seem less scary and make it easier to begin, which is usually the hardest part. Preparation is another important part of the frog approach. Find the frog for the next day before you leave for the day. Instead of spending time and mental energy every morning trying to figure out where to start, you can prepare your mind and plan how you're going to handle it. It's also important not to depend on your drive alone. Set up an environment that will help you stick to your plan to do the hardest job first. This could mean getting your desk ready the night before, getting rid of anything that could be a distraction, and making sure you have all the tools and resources you need on hand. The impact of the eating the frog strategy goes beyond just improving daily productivity. It has the potential to change our attitude towards work and life. By adopting this approach, we start to see challenging tasks not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities to test our resilience, grow, and move toward our goals. In the end, the eating the frog strategy is more than just a time management technique. It is a philosophy of life. It teaches us that while we cannot always control the tasks that life throws at us, we can control how and when we choose to confront them. By eating the frog every day, we not only make progress in our projects and goals, but also build an identity as individuals who do not shy away from challenges, but face them with courage and determination. So, as you continue this journey to overcome procrastination, remember the importance of tackling your most difficult tasks with courage and conviction. By doing so, you will not only improve your efficiency and effectiveness, but also develop a character capable of overcoming any obstacle on the path to achieving your deepest dreams. We've now reached a transformative idea that goes beyond just getting our daily jobs done: life management. This all-around view asks us to see more than just the time and think about how our daily choices and actions connect with our deepest values, our long-term goals, and eventually the life we want to live. To control your life, you must first realize that each moment is important. Time, that never-ending and uncontrollable thing, runs all the time. Once it's over, you can't stop it, make it go faster, or get it back. However, you are completely in charge of how you choose to spend that time. Being able to consciously and deliberately choose what to do at any given time is at the heart of controlling your life. One of the first actions in effective life management is gaining clarity about what is important to us. This involves defining our goals, values, and what we truly want to achieve in different areas of our lives, such as career, relationships, personal well-being, and spiritual development. With clarity on these aspects, we can begin to align our daily actions with our long-term vision. Prioritization then emerges as a crucial tool. With so many distractions and demands competing for our attention, it is easy to lose sight of what truly matters. This is where the practice of setting clear priorities becomes our beacon, guiding us through the often turbulent waters of daily life. It is not just about making a to-do list. It is about constantly discerning between what is urgent and what is important, and having the courage to focus on the important, even when the urgent demands attention. Commitment to growth and learning new things all the time is another important part of life management. People often put things off because they are afraid of failing or don't know how to go about doing something. When we have a growth attitude, we see every problem as a chance to learn and get better. This lets us face difficult jobs with interest and openness instead of avoiding them. It's also important to be self-disciplined and consistent during this process. Taking charge of our lives means sticking to our choices and goals every day. It's not about big steps of work or motivation every once in a while. Instead, it's about small, regular actions that have a big effect on our lives when added up. Finally, but no less important, life management involves a balance between doing and being. While action is crucial, so is reflection, rest, and connection with ourselves and others. Creating spaces for introspection and rest ensures that our actions are fueled by a renewable source of energy, our overall well-being. In the end, managing our life is an act of balancing the pursuit of our dreams with the full experience of the present. It is a reminder that, while procrastination may be a persistent challenge, we have the ability to choose actions that reflect our deepest values and lead us to the life we desire. By adopting life management as a philosophy, you not only overcome procrastination, but also embark on a journey of self-discovery and personal fulfillment. This approach allows you to live intentionally and fully, ensuring that at the end of your life, you can look back and know that you truly lived, loved deeply, and achieved your most cherished goals. As we move forward in our quest to stop putting things off, we come across a concept that is both revolutionary and difficult: having a single focus. Not only is this approach important for our fight against procrastination, but it's also a powerful way to improve our efficiency and reach our goals with more clarity and accuracy than ever before. Giving our full attention and energy to one job at a time is what singular focus means. People often say that being able to do more than one thing at once is a good skill, so this way of doing things needs to be completely rethought. Trying to do too many things at once may make us feel like we're getting more done, but it actually makes us less productive and lowers the quality of our work. Singular focus, on the other hand, lets us give the job at hand our full attention, which brings out our full potential and resolve. We can start to focus on one thing at a time when we realize we can't do everything at once. We can choose more carefully how to spend our time and energy now that we know this. By choosing to focus on one job at a time, we not only improve the quality of our work, but we also feel less stressed and anxious, which can happen when you have a lot of things to do at once. To cultivate singular focus, it is essential to establish clear priorities. This means having a firm understanding of our goals and objectives and being able to identify which actions will bring us closer to them. Each day, choose the most important task that will advance you toward your goal and commit to working on it with full attention. This focus not only makes you more productive, but also provides a sense of progress and achievement that can be incredibly motivating. The environment plays a crucial role in the success of maintaining singular focus. A workspace free from distractions, both physical and digital, is essential. This may involve turning off notifications on your phone, closing unrelated browser tabs, or even informing others that you need uninterrupted time. These actions create a sanctuary for concentration where your attention can remain fixed on the task at hand. A helpful technique for maintaining singular focus is the Pomodoro technique. It involves working intensely for short periods followed by brief breaks. This method not only keeps your energy and concentration high, but also provides structure, helping you maintain a sustainable work rhythm throughout the day. However, singular focus is more than a series of techniques and strategies. It is a philosophy of life. It's about living with intention, consciously choosing where to invest our time and energy. By adopting this way of life, we not only overcome procrastination, but also discover a sense of purpose and fulfillment in our work and in our lives. Having a single goal forces you to reject the idea that more is always better. Instead, it asks you to go deeper, to give your all to the job at hand and the present moment. This level of attention is not only the best way to stop putting things off, but it's also the key to reaching your biggest goals and reaching your full potential. As we move forward on our path to stop putting things off and live a more fulfilling and productive life, we explore planning and setting priorities, two important concepts that are at the heart of any big change in how we handle our time and lives. This is the main idea behind all the strategies we've looked at so far. It gives them shape and direction. To plan well, you must first have a clear idea of what you want to achieve, both now and in the future. With this idea, you can set clear, measurable, attainable, and important goals. But making goals is only the first step. The real magic happens when those goals are turned into specific tasks and actions during the planning stage. Forgiveness is an act of personal liberation that allows us to heal and move forward. Forgiveness is not a gift for others, it is a gift for yourself. Forgiving yourself is an act of self-love that enables you to grow and evolve. Hello and welcome as we delve into a deeply transformative and essential topic for your personal success, the power of forgiveness and its impact on your mental peace. If you've ever felt that anger and guilt are holding you back, this episode is for you. We'll discover how forgiveness can liberate you and enable you to live a full and present life. Mental peace is one of humanity's greatest goals, and the biggest obstacle to achieving it is anger and guilt directed toward others. These negative emotions not only rob us of tranquility, but also prevent us from moving forward and achieving our goals. Forgiveness is the key to eliminating these negative feelings and unlocking our potential. In this episode, we will explore 4 critical areas where you need to practice forgiveness to transform your life. It's not a sign of weakness to forgive, but of strength. It takes bravery and a deep knowledge of other people and ourselves. Forgiving someone who has hurt us frees them from their guilt and lets us go from the weight of our anger and bitterness. We can live in the present without being tied to the past by this act of freedom. Come with me on this journey to peace of mind and learn how forgiving can change your life. The goal of all people is to have mental peace. It frees us from the weight of the past and lets us face obstacles in the present and the future with clarity and determination. But anger and guilt toward other people are one of the biggest things that gets in the way of emotional peace. These bad feelings can take over our lives and make it hard to reach our goals, be healthy, and have good relationships. Forgiving is the key to getting rid of these bad feelings. It's not about making people who have hurt us right for what they did, but about getting rid of the weight of anger in our hearts. Forgiveness is a personal act of liberation, a conscious decision to let go of the pain and suffering that others have caused us. It is a gift we give ourselves, allowing us to heal and move forward. For many, forgiveness may seem like an insurmountable challenge. We cling to pain and resentment, thinking that somehow it protects us or validates our suffering. But the truth is that clinging to these emotions only hurts us. It keeps us trapped in a cycle of negativity that prevents us from growing and reaching our true potential. Let's explore how forgiveness can transform your life. Forgiveness has a significant impact on our mental health. Studies have shown that people who practice forgiveness have lower levels of anxiety, depression, and stress. By letting go of resentment and bitterness, we free our minds from negative thoughts and allow peace and serenity to enter our lives. Forgiveness also improves our relationships. When we forgive those who have wronged us, we break down the emotional barriers that prevent us from genuinely connecting with others. This not only strengthens our existing relationships, but also allows us to form new connections based on mutual trust and respect. The act of forgiveness also has a positive impact on our self-esteem. By freeing ourselves from the burden of resentment, we give ourselves permission to value ourselves and recognize our intrinsic worth. This empowers us to make healthier decisions and live according to our values and principles. Finally, forgiveness is essential for achieving personal success. By letting go of the past and freeing ourselves from negative emotions, we can focus our energies on our goals and aspirations. We become more capable of facing challenges with a positive and proactive attitude. Asian egg.